Hey guys, welcome to another session of relaxing fertility yoga sponsored by the Fertility Partnership. My name is Julie Ela Grace, and I am always honored to be here with you. Yeah. Today's class is going to be about looking at poses that can be beneficial in hormone regulation, as well as poses that help to open and strengthen the hips. And most of these poses are believed to also be beneficial for the reproductive systems. This being said, this is a class for both men and women. So guys, dudes, even if you guys are not physically going through some of the IVF processes, this is still a class that you are more than welcome to attend. As always in these sessions, I just want to invite you to practice with kindness and compassion towards your body and towards yourself. So please listen to your body. So some of what we do, it's not always all relaxing. In fact, some of what we do today is going to be about stimulating the body. And so if something ever feels like too much for you, just give yourself a break. Or if you have an injury and there's a reason that a certain pose just doesn't feel okay to you, you don't have to do it. This is your practice. This is your time just to connect to your body and to yourself in loving kindness. So see if you can practice that loving kindness. Okay. So we are going to start with a centering and breathing, and then move into some warm-up movements, and then flow through some postures and relax at the end. So starting together now, either find a comfortable seated position. So that could be sitting on the floor or sitting on a bolster or a block, or a cushion or a pillow, whatever you have to use. Or if, for example, because this class airs at 5:45 on a Thursday, if you've been sitting at a desk all day, you might also just want to give your back a bit of a break. So you can also lie down, putting your feet on the floor with your knees bent. That's one option for if you have lower back sensitivities. Just lying on the floor with the legs bent can be more comfortable. Otherwise, you can also just extend everything out, letting it flop and splay, as long as that feels okay to your back. So just find what feels right to you, either sitting up tall or relaxing down. And it's not that one is right and one is wrong or one is better. It just is whatever it is for you in this moment. Okay. So once you've found that comfortable centering position for yourself, whether lying down or seated, take a few rolls of the shoulders. So you're going to inhale and roll them up, and exhale them down and back. And again. And one more. And just relax the shoulders down, relax the hands either facing up or down. Close your eyes. And take a few deep inhales through the nose, with exhales sighing or blowing the air out of the mouth. Just do this a few times. Inhaling calm, exhaling, sighing out, letting go of any stress or any tension. Once you've sighed out a few times, just come back to the natural rhythm of your breath. And notice your breath. Notice where it lands in the body. Just notice what your breath can tell you about this moment in your body. How are you feeling? Is there tension, or is the breath deep and relaxed? And whatever you find, whatever you notice, see if you can just notice without judgment. There's no right or wrong way to feel. It's just part of your experience of being human here and now. And then let's center in today by first noticing any sounds external to the room in which you find yourself. So maybe you hear sounds from nature, maybe you hear other people or animals. Maybe there's something mechanical you can hear in another room. Just notice anything that you can, and just allow it to become vibration. So not good, not bad, just part of the present. And then notice any sounds from within your room. And just allow those sounds to also become vibration, just part of the present. And then notice your own body now. And notice the vibrations of your body. Where is, or where can you feel any type of vibration? So the heartbeat, the breath, maybe you have a rumbling tummy. And likewise, notice the energetic vibration. So, what is your energy right now? What are you emitting? Sometimes we talk about how we go into a place and it might have a good vibe, or we say it has a bad vibe. And likewise, we say the same about people, like that there are some people who they give us good vibes, or sometimes we might have bad vibes about a person and think we have to be careful. Everything is energy. And just again, without judgment, just notice what your energy is right now. And again, just remember there's no need to judge this. Just notice what is. And then take the awareness and bring it back to your breath. And start to deepen your breath. Inhale through the nose and take the breath all the way down into the belly so that the belly rises with the inhale. Exhale out the nose and feel the belly roll back toward the spine. So we inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls, using the diaphragm to breathe. And then deepen your breath further. Inhale through the nose, fill up, belly, ribs, chest, expanding all the way up through the inhale. Exhale out the nose, chest, ribs, and belly contract. So you're coming into your Dirga breath, which is a basic form of pranayama or yogic breathing. And if it's available to you, also come into your ujjayi or your ocean wave sounding breath by constricting in the back of the throat in the epiglottis. So it's a bit like inhaling and exhaling the word home through the nose to create that audible wave sound. And take about 5 more rounds of deep breath here. And start to mentally ready yourself for movement. And just in your own time and in your own way, draw some movement back into your body. Just let yourself stretch, roll around, beyond, side. Just do whatever would feel good to you right now. And then from here, take the next minute to just gradually make your way up to standing. And just take your time coming up, stretch out along the way, be expressive, be creative, be playful. There's never a right or wrong way of doing this. All right, so just as some of you know, I am not in my home space at the moment. I am in my partner's parents' house in Italy. And it's always fun to try to find this space for practice without hitting my head. Okay, so what I would like you to do is bring your feet slightly wider than hip distance and square your toes forward. Okay, and then take a nice big inhale, lift through the arms. And just exhale, release the arms down. And please forgive me for the yawning. It's early morning here, actually, as I'm recording this video for you. We'll go back to being together live as soon as I recover from the surgery that I'm actually having later today. So this is surgery day. Okay, inhale, lift up. And exhale, release your right hand down. Place your right hand into your waist, in and up under your ribs. Inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky. And exhale, start to tip it across. So you're lifting up and over. And inhale, lift that arm back up. And exhale, release to the other side. So we're going to take that right hand into the waist. Inhale, lift the left arm up. And then exhale, we tip it across. And then inhale, take it all the way back up through center. And then when you come up to center, I just want you to interlace your fingers, and you don't have to squat down. I'm just gonna squat to show you. So we're going to inhale, lift or interlace the fingers, and then turn the palms up. And then we stretch up toward the sky. All right, and then exhale. Gently release the arms all the way down. Take an inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale them down and back. One more thing for the shoulders here. So we are going to interlace the fingers behind the back, and we draw down through the arms. So we squeeze the shoulders around the spine. We're going to take an inhale. And then exhale, put a little bend in your knees, hinge forward from the hips, hang the head, let those interlaced fingers hang back and away from the lower back. Take a few deep breaths there, just nice shoulder opener. And take your hands back towards your lower back, unwind the fingers, and reverse the swan dive up to the sky. And then exhale. Release your arms out toward a T, but then bring your hands together in front of you. And actually, I'm changing my mind on this. So what I would like you to do here is bend your elbows, and I want you to make two fists. So as if we're getting ready to box, right? So then we're going to just do something for the wrists and for the carpals in particular. So for those of you who, if you type a lot, or if you're a musician and certain instruments can affect your carpals, what we're going to do is we're going to make a fist with the left hand, and we take the right, either middle finger and thumb or index finger and thumb, and we bring that underneath the wrist bone and just gently pull down, and then start to circle. You'll get a little clicking, cracking there. It's normal. And play with the direction. I find for some reason that one direction I find really uncomfortable, and so I just tend to do it one way. But if it feels okay both ways for you, do that. Do a little bit of both. Just find what's right. And then bring it back through center. Pull down on the forearm, spread your fingers wide, take an inhale. And then exhale, release. And we're going to do the same to the other side. So just make a fist, pull down under the wrist bones, take a few spins around. So again, if you are someone that spends a lot of time with the computer, this is a great one, or an instrument. This is a great one just to do a few minutes every day. Just pause whatever you're doing and just give your wrists a little love. Okay, and come back through center, spread the fingers out, inhale. And exhale, release. And you can give your hands a bit of a shake out there. Okay. And then from here, step up, if you are not currently, up toward the top of your mat, about a foot or so from the front edge. And the thing I always say is, if you are not using a yoga mat, it is okay. You can still do yoga without a yoga mat. So just step up toward the top of your practice space and bring the feet back to that hip distance stance, squaring the toes forward. And then we're going to take a nice big inhale, lift through the arms. And then exhale, swan dive and fold. Hang the head, hang the arms, coming into Uttanasana, into a standing forward bend. Give your head a few shakes, yes, and a few shakes, no. And again, yes, 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 and no, no, no. All right. And then from here, start to bend your knees, take your hands down toward the ground, and I want you to take a big step back with your left foot. Then you're going to walk your fingertips either side of your right leg, bending your right knee in line with the ankle. I don't tend to teach with props just because I'm not always sure everyone has them, but if you do have props, you might want to use your blocks here. You can come up onto your blocks if you find that this feels uncomfortable, okay? And then we're going to, again, belly and chest on the inside of that right leg. We take a nice big inhale here. And then exhale, flatten your left hand out against the ground, or make a fist with it against the ground if you have a sensitive left wrist. And then inhale, an open twist up to the sky, lifting that right arm. When we are talking about IVF, we are only ever doing open twists, okay? We don't want to do deep twists if you're going through IVF. Exhale. Take that right hand down to the inside of the right foot. Walk your hands so that they feel as comfortable as possible, about shoulder distance. We have left hand, right foot. Draw your left knee down. Toe your left leg as far back as it can go. And then we're going to take an inhale. And then exhale, send the hips, send the pelvis forward. Roll the shoulders back, open up through the chest. So you're coming into your dragon and you should feel that left hip flexor. So you can just say hello to that left hip flexor. Okay. Curl your left toes under behind you. Lift that left leg back up. And then I want you to walk out toward the left side of your mat, and you're going to just turn yourself around, and you realize I'm just putting my bum in your face right now, which I will stop doing in just a moment. So now you're turning toward the left side of your mat. If you have to move to see your screen or anything like that, just do what you need to do. So from here, you're going to find that one of your feet is going to be slightly further back, and I just want you to wiggle your feet so that they are in the same plane, okay? And then once you've got your feet so that they're in the same plane, you're going to push down through your feet and bring your fingertips to the floor. Come up, bringing your chest parallel to the ground. Take your arms all the way up, and then reverse the swan dive up to the sky. Exhale. Take your arms to a T, and then I want you to turn your heels slightly in. So you've got this wide stance, okay? And then we take the arms out to a T. So this is our 5-pointed star. We're going to inhale here, and then exhale. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, drop down into goddess. So into Devyasana. So we are working the legs, and what we're also doing is we are working on opening up through the hips. This is one of the poses that is believed to be beneficial for, particularly for women's reproductive systems. So we drop down into this. We take an exhale. And inhale, lift back up to 5-pointed star. Stretch out your arms, stretch out your legs. If you have your legs too close together, it's going to be super uncomfortable. So you want to make sure they're wide enough, and you can play with that stance. Find the one that feels right to you. So we inhale 5-pointed star, and then exhale. Bend the elbows, bend the knees, drop down. Inhale, lift it all the way back up. Exhale. 2 more. Now, inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knees, drop down, hold. Connect into your deep breathing. Take your hands to your knees, and you can sit into this for a moment, so it should be a little easier on the legs now. And then I just want you to drop ever so slightly that right shoulder down toward the left knee. It doesn't have to be very deep. And then inhale back up through center, and exhale over to the other side, just getting that stretch. And then inhale back through center. I want you to take your arms back into that goddess pose. Drop lower. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Deep breaths. And then inhale, lift your arms all the way back up. And then I want you to turn your feet back so that your toes are squared forward again. Arms are coming out. And actually, changing my mind a little bit. So what I'd like you to do now is you're going to, once you've turned the toes so that they're back forward, I want you to turn your right foot, so that front foot that you were using before, And I want you to square the right toes forward. So point the right toes toward the front of your mat. And then that left heel is going to be somewhere between 45 and 90 degrees. Okay? So we lift up here and then we bend that right knee back in line with the ankle. Now, I'm not mirroring you right now, so I am using my right, so you'll probably be facing the other way, which is fine. If you feel like your stance is too wide, just heel toe your back foot in. Warrior is a really easy pose to adjust. Just use your back foot to adjust it. So a softer warrior, you still keep the right knee in line with the ankle. So it's not doing that, but keeping the knee in line with the ankle. And then you just have the foot a little closer. A deeper warrior, you take it back. So just find what feels right for you in this moment. We're going to lift the arms back up to a T, and then we look out past the right fingers. Again, keep that knee bent in line with the ankle. Breathe into this. So Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2 is another pose that is believed to be beneficial when we're looking at IVF, both for the hip opening and the reproductive stimulation. Take another breath here. And then I want you to helicopter your arms around and pivot on your back foot. So then you're facing the front of your mat. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up toward the sky, toward Warrior 1. And then exhale, I want you to hinge forward from your hips. Take your palms down, take your right foot back, and then gently draw your knees down to the earth. Roll your bottom back towards your heels, bringing your belly over or between your thighs. Take your forehead down, relax the arms. And just sigh out. And relax for a moment into your child's pose, into Garbhasana. And then lift the head, lift the heart. And I want you to come up onto your fingertips out in front of you and then spread your fingers as wide as you can. So you've got these two starfish suctioning the mat there. Okay. And then you're going to roll up toward your hands. Curl your toes under behind you. Send your hips back. Roll your shoulders back. And come into a downward facing dog. And just walk out that dog. So down dog is one of the poses that's believed to be beneficial for hormone regulation. So this is, there's a lot of benefits to the down dog other than when we're looking at things like IVF anyway. Same with most poses, there's many, many benefits. So obviously in this down dog, we are helping to stretch the backs of the legs, working the spine as well as building our strength. Often too, when we have the head below the heart, these can be more relaxing poses, even though down dog maybe not the most relaxing. Okay. Okay, take the hips back, roll the shoulders back, and I just want you to inhale, lift your right leg straight up to the sky. And then bend your right knee, pointing your right toes toward the left side. So you're turning and opening that hip. So it's a hip opener and a very gentle open twist. Inhale, lift the right leg back up. And then release it down. Once your right toes touch down, inhale, left leg comes up. And then exhale, bend the left leg, pointing the left toes toward the right side, turning and opening that hip. Inhale, left leg comes all the way back up. And then I want you to exhale, bend your left knee in towards your chest and then float it forward. And you can help that foot forward with your back hand. Do whatever you need to do there to make that possible, okay? And then we find your lunge again. So left knee comes in line with the ankle. We come up onto the fingertips. Belly and chest are on the inside of that left leg. And then I just want you to roll the shoulders back, open through the chest. And then exhale, either make a fist with your right hand against the ground if you have a sensitive right wrist, or spread the right fingers out wide. Inhale, left arm swings up to the sky. Exhale, take that left hand down to the inside of the left foot and then walk your hand. So you've got left foot, left hand, right hand. Draw your right knee down. Toe your right toes as far back as they will comfortably go. And then we send the heart forward, roll the shoulders back, open through the chest. Okay, curl the back toes under, lift that leg up, and then you're going to, again, walk to the side of your mat, pivoting on your feet so that your toes are all turning toward the side. Okay, and then once you are there, I want you to adjust your feet. So my mat is like a surfboard. Okay, lost all the stickiness. Okay, so I want you to adjust your feet so that they can be in the same plane. And again, you are squaring your toes forward. And then you're going to pull up through the arms, bring your chest parallel to the ground, and then reverse that swan dive back up to the sky. Okay, exhale. Again, take your arms to a T. Now, again, we're going to revisit our goddess or Devyasana. So that means that you are going to bring your heels so that your heels are pointing in a little bit. I just want to check. Okay, there we go. Good. I need to know how much time I have left with you. Okay, so heels are pointing in a little bit. And then we're going to take the arms to a T, take an inhale. And then exhale, again, bend the elbows, bend the knees, find your goddess. If your feet are too close together, you're gonna feel pretty awkward there. So you wanna make sure that you've got enough of a wide stance. And then again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. Now, this time we're going to hold this. You're gonna love me for this next bit. I want you to lift one heel up. So like you've just put on a stiletto or a high heel. And I want you to do the same with the other. And I want you to drop down. Oh dear. And you're gonna really say hi to your legs there. Okay, exhale the heels down. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. And then from here, we're going to turn the point the toes forward, turn the heels back out toward what is now the back of your mat. And then you turn the left toes all the way forward. Right heel is somewhere between 45 and 90 degrees. So we're really starting to open up again through the hips. And then I want you to bend that left knee. Again, I'm not mirroring you here, so you're probably facing the other way. I want you to bend that left knee in line with the ankle. And adjust your back foot as you need. If you need to make this smaller, if that quad is really, really tired, make it smaller. If you want to make it bigger and make it a little harder on your legs, you can do that too, okay? So we take an inhale here, looking over the left fingers, and just a few deep breaths. Okay. And then we are going to pivot again, taking it back toward warrior one. So we turn on the back foot, arms come out, helicoptering to the side, swing your arms up into the sky, inhale. And then exhale, start to take it down. Take your hands down, draw your left foot back. Very gently bring your knees down to the ground, uncurl your toes, and again, come back into Garbhasana or into a child's pose. Take a few deep breaths there. Okay. And then we are going to lift the head, lift the heart. Sorry, yeah, it's recording. Sorry, I couldn't see that it was recording. That would have been a major panic for me. Then I would have practiced acceptance. Okay, so what I would like you to do now is same as before. You're going to lift up and then come up onto your fingertips out in front of you. And then spread your fingers nice and wide. Okay, so again, those two starfish. And then you roll up towards your hands. Curl the toes under behind you. Send your hips back. Roll the shoulders back. Take a little walk of your pooch. So just bending one knee and then the other. Okay, and then push it all the way back into your full expression of down dog. Okay, now from here, from your downward facing dog, I want you to just take another breath here. So usually when I'm doing these classes, we play a lot with moving in and out of things and keeping a slight flow going, but there's so much benefit also to holding poses. So just take a few more breaths, holding this pose. Okay, and then bend your knees and bring your knees down to the ground. And then I just want you to, however you comfortably can, to slither down onto your belly. So just be gentle with yourself as you come down. Now, for those of you that are sort of seasoned yogis and yoginis, you might know lots of flows in which you would utilize a plank position when we would come from down dog to the floor. I try to avoid planks for more than a split second in these classes, just because planks are very much about the core. And again, when we're looking at things like IVF, you do want to try to avoid any kind of deep core work, okay? So now let's take the legs and bring them to a hip distance stance behind us with the tops of the feet on the floor. Bring your elbows so that they are coming up underneath your shoulders, tops of your feet down. And then I want you to roll your shoulders back, open your chest, lift up into your Sphinx. Take a few deep breaths. So in a moment, we're also going to play with variations on Cobra or Bhujangasana. And both Sphinx and Cobra are really good for blood flow in the body and also believed to be good for stimulating the reproductive system as well. Okay, so let's take another inhale here. And then exhale, very gently release down. Take one cheek to the floor, relax your arms, sigh out.
And then take your chin or your forehead to the floor in front of you. And draw your hands to the sides of your body. So, sorry, of your chest. And I want you to spread your fingers nice and wide. Point your elbows in towards your spine. And then I want you to press down through the tops of the feet and through the pelvis. And then inhale, lift the head, lift the shoulders, lift the chest. So you're coming up into a baby cobra. I want you to try to avoid using your hands here. You can even play with lifting the hands up. And then exhale, gently release back down. And we're going to go 2 more like that. So we inhale, we lift the head, we lift the heart, we lift the hands. And exhale down. One more like that. Okay, this time, keep your hands on the ground. And as you come up, I want you to push into your hands, but I want you to avoid what I am doing right now, which is straighten out the arms and sending the bum back. I want you to avoid straightening out the arms in general. So we have the shoulders back, we have the elbows slightly bent, we have the heart opening up, deep breath. So again, this is about blood flow and stimulation here. Okay, exhale. Send your bottom back towards your heels, belly over between the thighs, forehead down. This should feel really nice after those back bends to come into child's pose, into Garbhasana. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And slowly start to roll yourself up. And just swing the legs out from under you and bring them out in front of you. And ground through your sits bones. Take an inhale, lift the arms. And then exhale and gently fold. Oh, stretching into the backs of your legs and through your back. There's no place that you have to go with this. You just inhale, lift, and exhale back. A few more. Okay. And then when next you come up, just start to gently walk yourself all the way down onto your back. Once you come down onto your back, just close your eyes and sigh out a few times. Then either keep your knees bent with your feet on the floor if that feels better to your lower back, or extend your legs all the way out, just letting them flop and splay. Take any last little stretches here that would feel good to you right now. Just relax the arms, relax your shoulders. And again, sigh or blow the air out any last times that would feel good to you right now. And let your natural breath take over. And feel your eyelids become heavy over the eyes. Feel the back of your head and the backs of your shoulders melting down. Feel your arms and your legs also just releasing gently to the earth. And as you relax here, I'd like you to imagine that there is a beautiful light coming up from the earth, full of strong, rooted, grounded energy. And just imagine that light meeting your body, meeting your back, your feet. And just feel yourself as being connected to this planet below, which you are. By the act of breathing, eating, you are part of ecosystems. So take a moment to appreciate that connection to this earth. And just remind yourself that you are here right now. It's very easy for so many of us to get stuck into patterns of thinking that pull us away from the present and that pull us away from gratitude. And so if it resonates for you, maybe set the intention that in the coming days, you will practice presence, reminding yourself that you are this precious living being here now on earth. And maybe in stressful moments, you start to practice pausing and connecting. to the breath, to the ground. It's just one practice. And if it doesn't resonate for you, that's also okay. Everything is just a suggestion, and you need to do what's right for you. And start to deepen your breath with that sense of gratitude, just drawing air into your lungs. And draw some movement back into your body, into your fingers, and into your toes. And gently roll to one side. Bring yourself all the way up to seated. Take your hands into prayer in front of your heart. And gently bow, honoring your body, your light, your practice in this earth. And thank you all so much for being here together for this practice. Check the Fertility Partnership blog for whether the next class will be on Zoom or on YouTube. If for any reason I'm not well enough to teach, my friend Victoria, who some of you might have met online this summer, she will cover the class for me. If I'm still recovering, it might just be a gentle class with lots of self-massage and breathing and just super relaxing yoga. But let's see. I hope that I can see you soon on Zoom, but yeah. I'll see you soon when I see you. Just to say, there is a link here below in the description. I have free meditations on the free platform Insight Timer. So please do feel free to look at that. If that's something that would resonate for you. There's a 5-minute morning gratitude meditation on there. That became super popular in 2020, which is nice. It's, I think, had about 800,000 plays, which is crazy and amazing. Also, I'm not sure what you could pick up on, but it's raining here right now and it's really lovely. And my partner, Antonio, he recorded a rainstorm in this room this summer that is also on Insight Timer. So if you want to listen to an hour-long rainstorm, I find that super relaxing. I listen to it a lot. That also has had, I mean, not 800,000, but it's had like 5,000 or 6,000 plays. I think the rainstorms are super nice. So if you want to find the hour-long rainstorm track and know the room that it was recorded in, his name is Antonio Cellotto, which is spelled Cellotto. So Antonio Cellotto. And if you look on Insight Timer, Insight, INSIGHT, but again, that link is below in the description. You can find either my stuff or his. He's also got some really lovely the
they're for the chakras, but when we talk about the chakras, they are really about starting to understand the resonance and the vibration that resonates and vibrates with certain glands. And there is actual science starting to build up around this idea of sound frequencies and how they affect the body and how they can positively or negatively affect the body. Anyway, he's got a few of those sorts of tracks up. He's a pretty incredible musician and really cares about actually the science of music. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now. I have to go. But have a really beautiful week, and I hope I see you on Thursday. And if not, I will see you very soon.